I'm James. I'm the CEO and founder of Elliptic, and we're setting the global standard for blockchain intelligence. So we founded the company just under 3 years ago. And we founded this company in the belief that the blockchains and distributed ledgers more broadly are really going to change the way that we transact. Today we've raised $7 million in venture money. We're a small team, 9 people based between New York and London. And we are currently actively hiring for our product and development team. So if anybody's interested, please come and talk to me afterwards. So distributed ledgers are interesting for lots of reasons, and I'm sure you'll hear people all day today tell you why they think they're interesting. For us, what's most interesting about them is the fact that they offer this promise of having everything recorded in a single system. So instead of the current situation where I've got a bit of the ledger and you've got a bit of the ledger, and sometimes we have to reconcile differences between what I thought we did and what you thought we did, now we suddenly have everything in one place. And that's really interesting from an analytics point of view, from a monitoring point of view. It means that you're able to start looking at things at a slightly higher level. Instead of just looking within one institution, you can much more easily look across institutions and understand what's really going on in the system. So that's great. Okay, we can do this fancy analytics and monitoring for some blockchains, but in reality, a lot of blockchains are not really going to be with us for another 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, who knows. So we need to build up our expertise today. And we're doing that in the one blockchain that is active and is now in its 8th year of activity, which is the Bitcoin blockchain. The way the problem manifests itself in Bitcoin is that Bitcoin, as probably all of you know, has a bit of a reputation problem, and that's to do with the criminal activity, which has been well publicized. Now, Bitcoin isn't all illegal, and there are plenty of companies building great companies today within the Bitcoin ecosystem. And those companies have a responsibility under AML regulation to make sure that they're checking where the transactions that they're processing are coming from. So we help them with that. We help them figure out whether there's some connection to a dark marketplace. This one here is selling credit card details. So we do that by monitoring all of these companies' transactions. So what we do, which is sort of the secret sauce, is we're able to take that ledger, that Bitcoin ledger of every transaction, and we're able to turn that into a very detailed view of what's really going on in the ecosystem. So we can see how entities transact with each other, and then we can start to detect patterns within that. So we can understand whether something has come from a firearms dealer, or we can also understand whether there's a pattern of somebody trying to hide the source of their funds. And we can flag that up to our clients, tell them when they're looking at a high-risk transaction, and help them analyze the details in order to figure out whether they need to submit a suspicious activity report to the authorities or terminate the client's relationship, and so on. So we're doing that today to build up this expertise within the Bitcoin blockchain. And as we look to the future, we'll be doing that on a variety of other blockchains, which we see coming online in the next few years. So we really do see this blockchain and distributed ledger phenomenon being more than just the hype that it is today. And we're building the intelligence layer that's going to be required to sit on top of that for the future. Thank you.